Welcome to Almanac North. I'm Brett Scott.
And I'm Maria Hewitt. Thank you for joining us for the first episode of our 34th season.
Tonight, we're taking a look at the 2025 real estate market and how it could impact buyers and sellers.
We're also introducing two new show segments that highlight people and places around the region.
That's all coming up, but first we begin this evening. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources has confirmed its first case of chronic wasting disease, or CWD, in a wild deer from Chippewa County. The infected deer, a 1-year-old buck, was harvested within 10 miles of Barron and Dunn counties. As a result, a 3-year baiting and feeding ban has been renewed for Chippewa County, while Barron County's 2-year ban remains in effect. A public meeting will take place on February the 6th to discuss CWD in the area. CWD is a fatal disease that can spread through infected saliva, blood, and waste. For more details, you can visit the DNR's website.
The Northland Foundation has awarded $32,500 in Manauking grants to 10 individuals across northeast Minnesota. The grants, which support Native American-led cultural projects, are aimed at engaging community members in traditional practices, language learning, and arts. Grantees are working on a range of initiatives, from teaching Ojibwe floral art and moccasin making to preserving the Ojibwe language and organizing traditional winter games. The program highlights the deep cultural connections and diverse projects happening across the region. For more details, visit northlandfoundation.org.
Despite less than favorable winter conditions this season, the 19th annual Ashwabay Summit Nordic ski race is set for Saturday, February the 1st. Skiers can choose from 15K or 30K race distances on the scenic, well-groomed trails with views of Lake Superior. And new this year, the event will feature the popular ski-a-thon, where competitors will switch between classic and skate skiing. Participants will be treated to pie at the finish line, and the event also serves as a Berkey qualifier. Funds raised will support the Mount Ashwabay's youth programs and grooming operations. For more information, you can visit mountashwabaysskisummitrace.com.
The Biden-Harris administration is investing $121 million to help tribal communities build climate resilience. A historic 124 projects across 96 tribes and 10 tribal organizations will receive funding to address climate-related threats, adapt infrastructure, and relocate when necessary. This funding, part of the Inflation Reduction Act and bipartisan infrastructure law, supports climate planning, habitat restoration, and community-led relocation efforts. The investment also supports the Justice 40 initiative, ensuring that 40% of federal benefits go to disadvantaged communities. For more details on the funding, visit the Bureau of Indian Affairs website.
Next up is Making It Up North, a short segment that highlights people making unique and wonderful things around our region. This week, our team visited the Spirit Mountain Ski Resort to watch and learn how they make snow for their slopes. Take a look.
I'm the trail maintenance manager at Spirit Mountain, and I, this time of the year, oversee all the grooming and snowmaking process that's going on now. How's snow made? Well, we pump water from the river up the mountain, and then from a series of hydrants, we use fire hose to go through our snow guns and snow sticks. Snow guns are gonna combine air and water, force water through small nozzles on the outside of the barrel, and force it up into the air, and as it comes back to the ground, it's snow. Same thing with the snow sticks, it's just we don't have the air part of it, it's just water. So the piles, we refer to them as whales. That's what the piles will look like in front of the snow gun as they work their way up the hill. They'll make the big piles, and the snowcats will come in and spread the piles out so that we have a nice even surface. Snowcat, well, we have several snowcats and they all do different jobs here. The ones that are behind me, one is an old retired pushing and tilling cat that now just has a reach-all bucket on it for fixing things up in the air. It also moves the snow guns around. The red one that's back there still pushes snow and tills snow and grooms all the ski trails. And we've got two more like that one that are working around the hill right now in different spots. We'll get all the runs covered with anywhere from we'll just say we try to get 24 inches around. We'll do everything from one end to the other, and once that's done, then we pull off. So the snow that we make will last longer, compacts better. Nature, if we get a foot of snow after we drive snowcats over it, it'll actually just be a couple inches after we're done. So we need to make our snow plus nature, and then we have a really great skiable surface. This is my 4th winter here, but we've got lots of knowledge around this hill. There's several people that have 20 plus years of experience making snow. It's our 50th anniversary year, and so far it's been a great start. The first 8 days of snowmaking's been awesome. We'll have several more trails open for this upcoming weekend. Right now I'd say there's probably going to be at least 4 more trails open or let's call it 3 more trails open by this weekend. So we're really getting after it. It's been great weather, so we're very excited and happy.
Our guest today is Doug Kaman, a leading realtor in our area with over a decade of experience serving the Northland. Doug, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about how you got your start in real estate and your experience.
Sure, I was almost born into real estate. I'm a 3rd-generation realtor.
Oh, wow, okay.
My grandfather started a family real estate company in 1972 in Iron River, Wisconsin. My mother sold it to Coldwell Banker East West Realty, which is based out of here in Duluth, which recently in 2021 sold to Coldwell Banker Realty, and I've been with all of them. The culture is amazing at my office, and I love it. I started in Iron River, Wisconsin, and when I moved to Duluth 8 years ago, I want to say, I got my license here.
All right, so it's in your blood, it really is.
Absolutely.
So how do you see the real estate market evolving now that we're in 2025?
Sure. So it's slowed a bit from the crazy market that we had during the pandemic. 2021 in particular, I think, was a market that most people had never experienced. And it's steadied a bit. Pricing is still, going up a little bit, but it's definitely balanced out. There's a little bit more inventory, and days on market's increased, so buyers have a little bit more time to appreciate the home and decide what they want to do as far as an offer and protections for themselves.
Like looking back on the last year, on 2024, what were some of the challenges for buyers?
Yeah, so 2024 homes were still selling very quickly. And it's hard to spend 30 minutes in a house and decide that you want to buy it, because that's a very big purchase. So having some increased days on market moving into 2025 will be a positive thing. And we've seen an increase from 22, 23, 24, and hopefully we'll see another slight increase in 2025 for days on market with these listings.
Yeah, I know, talking with friends who looking for homes, like you have to decide so quickly if you want to make that big investment.
You do, and that's where it really matters how you structure your offer and what you put in it to protect yourself in the event that something does come up in your research about the property as far as its value or its inspection, its quality.
Is there anything you're excited about in the real estate market in 2025?
I am. I'm really excited that prices are going to slow down a little bit. I do think they're going to still appreciate, but the percent rise in the pricing, I think, is going to take a breather. And I'm excited for a more balanced market, more inventory, and options for my buyer clients.
When it comes to, those offers, when maybe first-time home buyers, do you have advice for how to stay competitive but not break the bank?
I do. My advice is reserved for my clients, though. That's actually a responsibility that we have to follow as realtors. We cannot offer advice unless we have a client relationship. So there are ways that you can do it besides the seller's bottom line. Limiting a seller's risk is really another factor that you want to consider when structuring an offer. So any way that you can make them more comfortable with the offer that you're presenting to them, it's not all about the price.
I remember last year, actually, on Almanac North, we did a show on real estate, and something we discussed was people going in with offers and waiving inspections. Is that something you think we'll continue to see in 2025?
I think that we will continue to see it. We'll see less of it, but we'll continue to see it because buyers have a bit of a hangover from the way things were. For example, buyers will not really search beyond their price range either. So listing a property above what you know it will sell for might be prohibiting the buyer that wants your home from seeing it. And that same kind of attitude is going to hold over into inspections.
Sure.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for buyers in the new year starting their search for a home?
Start soon. Don't wait until you have 2 months to move into the home. If you have a lease that's ending or something like that, you want to make sure that you give yourself enough time to look at homes. Because inventory, while it's up, is still low, you want to make sure that you see the right homes, and that may take some time.
Is there a best time to put your house on the market? I feel like spring.
There is. Yeah.
Right.
It does vary a little bit depending on the property. Springtime is a great time because buyer activity is just crazy. Listing in late April is my favorite because then if you spend 30 days on market, which is a little bit below average right now, you get to late May, which is the peak of buyer activity, and that's your most potential for getting the best or multiple offers.
Yeah, so what is the seasonality for home buying or selling, I guess, in our region?
Yeah, so we slow down pretty significantly in the late fall. School always makes a difference too, and the 4th of July actually does make a difference in the market. So in the middle of the summer, you'll see a little bit of a slump too.
People are out relaxing, barbecuing,
They're finally taking
hopefully.
a break and enjoying their summer.
Enjoying summer.
Yeah, but we slow down for the winter, but really it balances out very well in our region because while there's less listings to match that slower buyer activity. So homes still sell all year round. It is important, more important in the winter months, I'd say, that your home is presented very well.
Yeah, do you have any advice for someone maybe looking to put their house on the market, things that they should make sure they do to make their house ready and marketable?
Sure. Highlighting your home's features is really important, and sometimes that means getting your stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
And that's really hard for a lot of people because it's your home. But when you're selling a home, it shouldn't be decorated. It should be staged, which are totally different things. My home, for example, has very bright colors and bold fabrics, which is not how I would present it if I were to present it for sale.
So decluttering.
Yeah.
And making it so people can walk into your home and envision their life there.
Exactly. More of a blank slate where they can see the home's features itself and how they could make them their own.
What can sellers expect going into 2025?
I think sellers can still expect that if they list their property at an appropriate price, it's going to sell, and it's going to sell quickly. I think you're seeing increasing days on market because you have list prices that have been climbing and climbing, but the list to sales price ratio has balanced out pretty significantly. And that follows a seasonality too, whether you get above list or below list. The list to sales price ratio is pretty steadily slightly under 100% now.
Okay. With advancements in technology, AI, virtual tours, how has that changed, like how you do your job?
Sure. Personally, I do a lot of video tours. I always have, almost my entire career, because iPhones were a thing when I started. So I'm used to doing video tours for people of homes. AI is a developing thing in real estate like it is in any other industry. And some uses for AI, captioning photos are a little clunky and not so great. I've seen people use more AI for their marketing than they have for anything else.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to imagine like the virtual tours help in seeing the listing and being able to envision yourself there.
Absolutely. Taking a look at photos does not help you see the layout of a property or understand what it would feel like to walk through it.
Are there any other cool trends or new tools that you can use in helping with the buying process?
Floor plans are a really big thing, and they're actually quite easy.
That's
There
kind
are
of going
apps-
back to the basics.
Yes, it really is important. The basics are important. The flashy new things aren't necessarily always the most useful. It's really a lot of the basics. Yeah. For buyers moving into a market like this, I really do recommend that you take your time a little bit. And you have to love the home. You really have to love the home. Sometimes you have to settle a little bit, but you should love the home even if you're settling.
What do you love most about, getting people in homes and selling their homes in our region in particular?
Personally, it's about the relationships that I build. That's really what I love most about real estate and why I do it. Every day is different. Every transaction is different. Every home is different. And in our region in particular, highlighting the outdoor features because people really, really want to enjoy those in the summer months. And sometimes people are stuck inside all winter. So making sure that your home is a comfortable and beautiful place to stay.
And we're an outdoor city and an outdoor region. So,
Yeah.
Doug, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, now let's take a look at where the Venture North team, Jay Cooke State Park, first hike. You'll experience the wonderfully unique sights and sounds of the popular park in the winter. You're sure to learn something about New Year's resolutions and what it takes to thrive in this frigid environment.
My name is Christine Hiller. I'm the park naturalist here for Jay Cooke State Park. What my job entails is educating people about the park, about all the resources, the natural resources, history. I get to take people out on hikes and do campfire programs. I work with a lot of kids and field trips. So if it has to do with education or communication, that's my job. Well, I think our landmark attraction is right behind me, the swinging bridge here. It is 100 years old in 2024, and so we just finished commemorating that anniversary. But everybody comes in, it's just right off the parking lot. It's a quick trip to go bounce across the bridge a little bit, see the river, and some just stay for 5 minutes and leave, and others, that's the start of their journey on our hiking trails. Oh gosh, there's so many things that make the park unique. The bridge and the Civilian Conservation Corps history is part of it, but also just the beautiful resources. This is just under 9,000 acres of undeveloped land. And so we have a lot of beautiful geology here. You can see that in our tilted rocks along the river formations. We have so many different types of birds and animals because we have such a variety of habitat here as well. So I think that's part of why it was saved as a state park 100 years ago, or more than 100 years ago, was to preserve some of the history as well as the beautiful resources. Well, we hold programs almost every week here at the park. In the summer, we have programs every single day. And then during the winter time, it's at least once a week. As far as something special that we host, we do have open houses, or free park days they're called these days. There are 4 of them every year, so if you want to check out the park no matter what the season is, you can come in for free and check us out. Our candlelight event this year is going to be on Saturday, February 8th. And we light about 2 miles of trails by luminaries, candlelight luminaries. And you can hike, snowshoe, or ski if we ever get snow. But you can do that all on the same trail. And it is just a wonderful, magical way to experience the park at nighttime by candlelight and have this wonderful social experience, because there's hundreds of people that will show up. A lot of people that stop at the park, they've driven by us so many times as they go up to Duluth. And then they stop and they're like, wow, I had no idea this beautiful spot was here. And it is rugged and has that really, wild look to it with the river and the hillsides and everything. I think that really attracts people, that sense of adventure. They can go out and do all sorts of different things. And we certainly have everybody from, beginners and families that maybe aren't going very far to people who are out there doing those 20-mile jogs out on our trails or taking a biking experience or something. Well, every day is my favorite experience. So what is my favorite experience? It has to do with wolves. I have 2 wolf experiences. I have one where I was driving in one day and there it was walking across the frozen river. I knew exactly where it was going to pop up and I stopped my car and it came right in front of my bumper. And it was one of those experiences where usually the animals are, zipping across the highway, right? So I got to really just sit there and watch it. But my other wolf experience, I was actually outside and I won't tell you where I was because it's slightly embarrassing, but I was outside and I heard about 3 wolves howling and it was right across the bridge. And I remember I came in rushing to go get Lisa, our park supervisor. Lisa, there's wolves. And by the time I got her outside, they had stopped. So those brief moments, those brief glimpses, I think are the most special. Stop at the office or stop at the visitor center and talk to us for one. We have all sorts of great advice on different places that you can go see based on what you want to be experiencing. If it's a short hike or a long adventure, if you're looking at camping or backpacking, we have lots of great advice. So I would definitely say stop and talk to one of the staff. We are open every single day of the year, at least during the daytime. And so come on in and talk to us. But otherwise, check out the website. You can do some planning that way as well with the maps. Look at different web blogs and stuff or other people's advice. And come to stay for longer than 5 minutes, I guess I would say too. Like I said, some people, they think they're just gonna stop in real quick. And then they realize how much there is to do here. So come prepared to spend the entire day.
Before we go, let's take a look at what you might be up to this weekend. This Saturday, beginning at 3:30, the Fix-It Clinic is up and running at the Duluth Folk School. If it's broken, chances are someone can help you fix it at the Fix-It Clinic. WLSSD and the Folk School have partnered up with skilled volunteers to help teach you and your friends how to fix their stuff and make it good as new. For more information or to sign up in advance, visit WLSSD.com/fixit.
Also happening this Saturday at 9 a.m., the Duluth Wedding Show is back at the deck. You can meet face-to-face with the region's top wedding vendors, from caterers to DJs, also venues and florists. You can taste a variety of treat options, register to win prizes, and experience a professional fashion show. Tickets range in price starting at $14. More information is available online.
Plus, Hockey Day Cloquet kicks off at 10 a.m. on Cloquet Avenue. Attendees can stop by to warm up with a cup of Earth Mama tea while they shop Abundant Baby's collection of baby clothes and items. The store is offering a 15% discount on items including cozy blankets, educational toys, and thoughtful gifts for new moms and babies. More information can be found online.
And finally, head out to Grand Rapids, Minnesota for a day of snow science and family fun. The Forest Center is teaming up with the Bell Museum to explore and share the winter wonderland around us. You'll have the chance to try snowshoeing, examine snowflakes under a microscope, create snowflake art, and much more. The event is open to the public and free to attend. Located on County Road 76 in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Festivities run from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Sounds like fun.
I'd say there's a lot of fun winter activities going on this weekend.
Examine a snowflake under a microscope. Yeah. Have you done that before?
I haven't, but I know they're all different.
Right. That's what they say. Should be cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this week's show. Make sure you go out and enjoy your weekend. I'm Brett Scott.
And I'm Maria Hewitt. Thank you for joining us. Good night.